Well, it's not pretty. It'll do the job.
I'm not too worried about what it looks like. I mean, let's face it, any visitors aren't going to be outside too long.
Oh, yeah? Why's that, then?
Well, I'm going to want to get inside and witness the full experience.
Right.
Hey, how did John feel about, having girls stay over?
Just think that's going to be a problem for you?
It's not a problem, it's just something that happens. Just wondered how cool he were with all that.
You must have your own flexi time. How come you're home?
I was just picking up some stuff and seeing this one wandering down the lane.
Are you settling in then?
Yeah, sound.
They're looking after you, all right?
Well, everyone's been great, yeah. Really friendly.
You had no problems, did you?
Yeah, it was all right. Although I could have done with sticking some crash barriers outside, though.
Oh, why?
Yeah, you had a bit of an incident a while back, didn't you, Suggers? One of the neighbours' cars was to blame for one of those dents on the side.
Won't you be cold then?
It's nice to know you care. Make sure to wrap up nice and warm, but if there's any problems, I'll give you a shout.
All right, come on, let's get you back inside before you trip over your own tongue. See you in a bit, boys.
See you later,
Declan. I can't speak to him.
Answer it.
I can't handle any more arguments. What did you say to him this morning?
I just told him that you wouldn't be in. I said you had personal problems that you had to deal with.
He's going to kill me.
Well, speak to him if you're worried. He's not my favourite person at the moment, but I'm sure he'll understand if you explain. I can pick up Angelica. It doesn't need the two of us.
You're always picking up the pieces for me.
I'm your dad. It's my job.
I don't want to spend any time on my own at the moment.
I know.
Been on standby all day anyway. Half expecting a call, asking me to pick her up.
Well, was she not right this morning?
Well, she was a bit grisly. Didn't want to go. She gets all clingy, you know.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think she's just picking up on all the bad vibes. I'm trying to keep things normal for her, but...
She's a tough little cookie.
But she shouldn't have to be. She's only tiny.
Hey, don't you go worrying your head about her.
Well, I can't help it, Dad. It's my job to keep her safe and happy. Failing spectacularly at that so far.
Hey, that little girl's a credit to you. You're too hard on yourself. You're sometimes your own worst enemy.
I've stuffed up, Dad. I know I have.
Oh, come on. You were tired. You'd had no sleep. Things always seem worse when you're exhausted.
Oh, didn't get me any of them. I didn't expect you back. Get off, it's me medicine.
Someone got a bit carried away last night. Had to be dragged home, stinking of booze, trying to do the conga down the high street.
Thought you weren't drinking. Flame Hazel, I'm just easily led. You slept off early, didn't you?
Yeah, Jackson wanted to get off. Something about getting a bit bored of watching a bunch of OAPs embarrassing themselves and getting off their heads. So much for solidarity, eh?
What's just happened? Have I just been disapproved of? By him?
He said he didn't know me. He looked at me like he hated me.
He was upset. He was confused.
Which is why I was trying to make things simple for him.
Yeah. Well, I have to admit, that wasn't one of your best ideas. You just have to make him realise that you were doing it for the right reasons.
I've tried explaining. He wouldn't listen. He was so angry.
Yeah. I can understand that. Nicola, I am going to take Angelica back. You are going to have a word with Jimmy. Try and get some sense into him. Otherwise, I will bash both of your heads together.
What if he won't talk to me?
Then you're no worse off than you are now.
Hello, darling. Come here. Have you had a lovely day? Yes. Well,
Come on.
You feeling better?
Grandad's gonna take you home.
You sure? Yeah. Come on. I'll make you one of my super duper frothy milkshakes, eh? And if Mummy's not looking, I'll put some sugar in. Oh. Tread carefully, eh? Don't make a bad situation worse.
Can't be any worse, Dad. I've lost him. I know I have. Bye-bye.
Come on, you
Bye-bye,
come with me.
sweetheart.
Okay. Ooh, where's Mummy then? Bye-bye.
I'm not being funny or anything, Mum, but you stink like a brewery.
Been sucking mints all day.
Big session was it after we left?
You sound scarily like your father.
How's it going?
Perfect timing. Mum was just about to start pouring soup down me.
You're gonna dunk your head in it in a minute.
We charge extra for mealtime viewings.
Well, at least you haven't lost your sense of humour. Can't take that away from you.
Good journey.
Traffic was pretty bad. Sat there for 10 minutes trying to get on the slip road.
Sounds like a living hell. You all right, love?
Yeah, it's just a bit of a sore throat.
He asked. I was just trying to make conversation.
Right, you having this or what? There we go. Oh, sorry, love. Oh, I'm so clumsy. Here, let me wipe it.
It's just a bit of soup.
Honestly, I swear to God, never again. I've learnt my lesson.
Until the next time. Look, it's only a bit of soup, don't worry about it, I'm not hungry.
Well, you got to eat.
I know I've got to eat, but I'm just not hungry now, all right?
I'll take you down to the pool hall if you like. Pound a frame. I'll even use my left hand, give you a bit of a chance.
Not really in the mood.
Don't trust her, mate. She's a right shark. You'll be potless by the end of the night.
Do you really think that's appropriate?
Oh, come on, I'm trying to lighten the mood.
Oh, come on, Nan, it's not an invalid.
Hi. I thought I might catch you in here. Can we talk?
What's the point? I can't believe a word you say.
Come on, Eve, let's leave them to it.
Yeah, leave that for tonight.
No, I'll only take a minute. Can we go somewhere a bit more private?
Why don't you get your hand in your pocket and pay this lot to disappear like you did with Kelly?
I was desperate. I know it was stupid, but I didn't know what else to do.
I'd already made a decision. I was sticking by you.
Yeah, but we didn't know that, did we?
What do you mean, we?
We thought you were falling for Eliza. I thought I was losing you.
Oh, this just gets better and better.
What you really want is a massive slab the size of your head. Starts with white chocolate, fans through to caramel, milk, ends up with dark, knock your socks off 70% dreams.
And you really think you'd get through all that?
Oh, you wouldn't have to do it all in one hit. It'd probably make you ill if you did. No, it's just nice knowing it's there.
Have you got some secret chocolate habit that we don't know about? We should really get people to disclose that sort of thing at interview.
What interview? You didn't give me one.
Hey, could you grab the Dawson's file out for me, please? This invoice is well over 28 days.
Oh, Jay'll have it, won't he? Him and Charity meet to Mr. Dawson this afternoon.
For a lunch meeting, allegedly.
Do you want me to ring him?
Oh, it's fine. I know exactly where they'll be. People say I'm the predictable one.
You're my brother. If I can't trust you, then I'm...
He's probably not the best person to place your trust in.
Come on, you. Home. This is family business.
You need to wise up, mate. We were trying to help you.
They're worried about you.
Kelly was dragging you back in. I could see you falling for it.
So your next move was to threaten and bribe her. Pay her to go away with my son.
Whatever I did it for us. I just thought if she left us alone, we could pick up the pieces and put our life back together.
She's bad news. You knew that years back when you kicked her into touch.
Oh, it seems to me there's only one scheming bitch around here.
Hey!
Come on, let's leave them to it.
Well, what's in it for me then, eh? What am I trying to pull?
Jimmy, we're your family and we love you.
Come on, sort your head out.
Angelica needs you. She needs her daddy.
And so does Elliot.
There you go.
Nothing like nipping out for a quiet pint, is there?
Well, if you don't fancy it, then just say.
Only we could have done with knowing that a couple of minutes ago.
Just ignore me. I'm a bit tired, that's all.
You'll love it once you get there. Just try and rein in the heckling.
Oh, it's tempting. See how the audience reacts if he tries to have a go at a disabled bloke.
Right, that's your taxi. You have a good time, yeah?
Will do.
Be careful, won't you?
You be careful.
See you later.
See you in a bit.
Try and make sure he has a good time, despite the obvious personality defects.
I'll do my best.
There you go. They're a bit tatty, but they'll keep you warm.
Sure I won't notice anyway by the time I've been out and had a few beers. That's anyway, me.
You going out again?
It's none of our business, is it?
Thought I might have a few, yeah.
No, I didn't mean anything by it. It's just, well, I don't know how you do it. I wouldn't have the stamina.
Sure you could set the pace if you put your mind to it.
Once in a blue moon, maybe.
Come out with us if you like. Show us how it's done.
You wouldn't know what to do with yourselves if I did. Now, try not to get too slaughtered, because we do need you fully functional tomorrow.
I don't mind what you do, as long as you turn up for work on time and you put the hours in.
Well, thanks again anyway. Suppose I better get back and get myself sorted out.
Night, then. Try not to have too good a time.
See you in the morning, mate.
Night.
I bet he's the apple of his mother's eye.
I wouldn't know. I'm surprised you weren't quizzing him about it.
There's nothing wrong with being interested in people, Joan. Some of us actually like communicating with one another. Anyway, how's he getting on? Is he all right?
Yeah, he's okay. He's a proper grafter. More experienced than he made out.
Oh, really?
You know, this place probably looks a bit tin pot compared to some of the farms he's been on.
I don't see that.
That's true, though, isn't it? Wasn't big enough to keep Adam interested.
Your dad seems to be making more of an effort. I think him and your mum actually got on for a minute back there. If you stuck my mum and dad in the same room, they'd be at each other's throats in 5 seconds flat. I mean, I know my mum's on a bit of a hair trigger anyway, but when it comes to my dad, she's an absolute psychopath. You all right? I can't breathe. You all right? Can't breathe. All right, just chill out. Long, deep breaths, yeah, deep breaths. What you're gawping at? Deep breaths, I'm gonna ring an ambulance. Yeah, ambulance, please. Well, of course it's a flipping emergency, otherwise I won't be ringing you. Deep breaths. That's it.
You see, I thought you were boring, but you're a friend. I nearly slipped into a coma during the main course.
He is a very important client.
Imagine being married to him.
Yeah, I think the £1 million house and the swimming pool might take the edge off.
I noticed Mrs. Dawson didn't make it to lunch.
Business meeting, wasn't it?
Oh, OK. So what was my role in all of that?
Well, somebody had to make sure I didn't flatline into my cheesecake.
Thought we'd find you in here.
Oh, got your spidey sense on full blast, have we?
No, I wouldn't need to. If I ever need to find either of you, I know to look somewhere as far as possible from the office, including somewhere with a licensed bar.
Ouch, such hostility.
Yeah, you know, it sounds like you need a drink, mate. Chaz, can we have another couple of glasses over here, please?
Well, if you come and get them, you can have as many as you like. I'll go.
Jane, grab us a glass of water, please.
Look, I know you're trying to overcompensate for me, but you really are becoming a right stiff.
What, so doing your job is being boring now, is it?
What makes you think we haven't been working?
Go on then. What happened with Dawson's?
Well, they've only nearly doubled the current order. They're bringing 2 new lines, 1 milk, 1 dark, and they are using us exclusively for the Christmas range.
You're joking?
Would I joke about something like this? You know, Jenny, forget that water. Get some champagne in. I think my brother wants to toast our success.
He was fuming, especially when he found out our precious car was in on it.
He hasn't called or anything.
Don't panic. I am telling you now, he is not going back to her.
I didn't want to cause all this trouble.
Well, you got to fight for what you want.
Well, people see all this and underestimate me. Think they can write me off as a bimbo, manipulate me.
Use it to your advantage. I can come over all blonde if necessary. Sim?
Oh, you better go. Not that way. At the back. I don't want you to think we're keeping tabs on him.
1-0 to the bimbos.
I've told Nicola I don't want to be with her. I can't be with someone who's lying and scheming. I need to trust the people that I'm around, especially while I'm Like this.
I'm sorry about all this mess.
I never thought she'd sing so low.
Well, tells you what she thinks of me, doesn't it?
Were you tempted?
Honestly? I thought about it. I thought about walking away from this whole mess, but I couldn't do it.
Because of Elliot?
Because of you. What would you have done if we had gone?
I don't know.
Would you have just left it? Would it be easier if we'd just gone?
Yeah, probably. But that's not what I want to happen.
What's going on? Is he okay?
They're trying to get him comfortable, but they told me to wait out here.
Oh, God.
Stop panicking, he's in the right place.
He's got a chest infection they can't clear, so they've put him on antibiotics, but they said it'll take 24 hours to kick in.
What are we supposed to do till then?
They've put him on oxygen.
I need to see him.
Hazel, they've told us to wait out here.
Just let them do their jobs. They know what they're doing.
How didn't we notice that something was wrong?
It's just a chest infection. That's all right, they can deal with that.
This is the last thing he needs.
There's no point you getting all wound up. What good's that gonna do?
You don't know what you're talking about, Jerry. As per usual. Why don't you just shut up?
Are you trying to single-handedly destroy the ozone layer?
Well, are you some kind of peeping Tom?
I just couldn't quite believe my eyes.
That's what they all say.
That's not what I meant.
Coming in then. Shut the door. It's a draft.
I brought you this from my mum.
Oh, nice one. You should not blanking me today, your mates aren't around.
I wasn't blanking you. My mates were just being stupid, so I thought it was best to stay away.
Oh, well, it's just as well I've got thick skin, isn't it?
Anyway, I best get off.
You don't have to.
I know, but I think I might pass out from the chemicals in here. How much of that stuff do you actually use?
I'll try and tidy up next time. If I get a bit of warning.
Great, thanks. See ya.
He's always been the same. Dad thought he could practically walk on water when we were kids.
Must have been nice having a brother, though. Wish I'd had someone to play with. Even my imaginary friends used to ditch me when they got bored.
My dad, he always reckoned that if we could be a bit more like one another, meet in the middle, we'd have really made it.
I'd quite like an older brother. Get him to beat people up when they mean to me.
Huh. Yeah, because that's exactly how it is.
Here we go.
Always out banging heads and fighting duels on my behalf.
If you're still grumbling after that deal we cracked, I'm going to go and sit somewhere else.
Deal you cracked? Since when have you been involved in this side of the business?
Hey, she's an asset, mate. Don't knock it.
Anyway, we weren't even talking about you.
So what were you doing then? Filling her in on the latest chapter of your red hot love life.
It's a bit...
Ooh. How are we all doing? Does anybody want a refill?
Yeah, no, we're fine. Thanks.
I'm not stopping. This is strictly kill or cure.
Right, any breakages, and you pay for them, OK?
I don't want any trouble.
And strangely, you do always seem to get what you want.
Leave it, Dad. I'll go.
Oh, don't make out like you're the injured party after everything you've done.
Can you just leave it, OK? I can't take any more today.
Come on, we've all made mistakes.
Have we? You could tell me anything and I wouldn't be able to argue. Which is why sneaking around my back to pay someone off would really mess with my head.
I'm sorry. I did the wrong thing.
Only because she loves you.
It's not just me you need to apologise to, though, is it? Oh, come on! You owe her that much.
Don't, Nicola. You don't owe me anything. I don't want any fuss. Just leave it, all right?
I'm sorry. It was petty and desperate, and I wish I'd never done it.
Thanks, Nicola. That means a lot.
I knew things were going too well. This is what happens. You relax for a second and life turns around and smacks you in the face.
He's not going to be able to cope with this. Not when he knows this can keep happening over and over again.
Well, how do you want to do this? Shall we sit here in shifts, or will I go and fetch us all a coffee?
I'm glad you were with him. If I couldn't be there, then at least he had you.
Felt a load of good, that did him. I couldn't do anything. I mean, what are you supposed to do? I can't exactly breathe for him.
You got him here, didn't you?
Can we have a bit of positive thinking here? Things could have been a lot worse.
Oh, for God's sake, Jerry. Go and make yourself useful. Get the coffee. Spare us your inspirational lectures. We thought he was in a bad way before. This is going to push him right over the edge. I can't cope with him talking about killing himself again. I just can't.
I'm too old for this. When I said I wouldn't mind doing a turn on the piano, I didn't mean literally.
Friday nights are in for a light entertainment jab. He's back for a brand new series. Paul O'Grady Live is at 9. And if Maria thought things between her and Frank couldn't get any worse, she will now. Coronation Street is next.